This is Priyanka Chopra's real life. Not a movie, not an interview. The world sees her fame, her fortune, and her $20 million Los Angeles home. But behind the photos, there's a different story. A story about what success can't buy. She is a former Miss World, a Bollywood star who crossed the ocean to conquer Hollywood, a woman worth over $80 million, married to a global pop star. But inside her LA mansion, there is one locked room, not for security, for privacy. Inside sits a small wooden altar, dia lamps from her mother in Mumbai, a journal full of letters to her younger self. She writes about the girl who once moved to America with a suitcase and a dream. She writes to remind herself who she really is. Because her dream home isn't a trophy, it's a symbol of peace, a place where fame stops and family begins. It's the answer to one question she's asked herself since childhood. What does it really mean to belong? At 13, Priyanka Chopra moved to Massachusetts with her family. Her father was an army doctor. She was the new kid in a world that didn't understand her. Wrong accent, wrong skin tone. Too confident for a place that wanted her smaller. The bullying wasn't always loud. Sometimes it was silence, the kind that makes you wonder if you even exist. After 3 years, she returned to India. But she wasn't the same. The girl who left was unsure. The girl who came back was stronger. She learned one hard truth. Home isn't guaranteed. You either find it, build it, or keep aching for it. That wound of not belonging became her fuel. Every crown, every flight, every mansion was her way of saying, I deserve to belong. And at 19, the world finally agreed. She wore a crown, and for the first time she heard it. You belong here. In 2000, Priyanka Chopra won the Miss World crown. It wasn't just about beauty, it was about finally being seen. For a girl once ignored in American hallways, this was freedom. 1 billion people were watching. India was celebrating. The world finally said, you matter. The crown wasn't vanity, it was validation. But it didn't feel like the end. It felt like the start. She had learned that success could fill the loneliness, but only for a while. Every award, every movie, every title brought short peace. Then came the question again. Now what? Where do I belong next? She became a restless achiever, chasing the next arrival, believing that more work, more fame, more money would stop the ache. But in 2019, standing in her $20 million LA mansion, she felt it again. I've arrived, she thought. So why do I still feel like I'm searching? In Encino, Los Angeles, Priyanka Chopra bought her $20 million home. It's 11,500 square feet, but it's not built for show. It's built for peace. She didn't choose Malibu or Beverly Hills. She chose Encino, quiet and safe for her daughter Malti. No paparazzi, no crowd, just family life. Her home has glass walls, open but private. You can see out, but not in. It's the perfect design for a woman who's learned to control visibility. By the pool, she rarely swims. She just sits, drinks coffee, and feels still. In her locked room, she keeps dia lamps, her father's books, and her mother's saris. It's where the icon becomes the daughter again. Even the kitchen carries her roots, a small spice box from Mumbai. This home isn't about status. It's about belonging. Finally, Malti's nursery is never shown online. That's on purpose. Priyanka promised her daughter's childhood would stay private. The room is simple. Cream walls, wooden toys, a rocking chair. Every night she sings Hindi lullabies her mother once sang to her. It's how she keeps her roots alive. In the living room, a bold art piece says more faster now. It used to feel like pressure. Now it reminds her how far she's come. A quiet permission to slow down. In her office, one drawer stays locked. Inside are her journals, letters to her younger self. The girl who was bullied. The teen who wore a crown. The woman who fought to be seen. She's never posted these, because her real life lives between what she shows and what she protects. And learning that balance has been her hardest lesson. Priyanka Chopra reached what most dreamers only imagine. She became global, recognized and admired everywhere. But every time she steps outside, she's performing. Not because she's fake, but because the world expects Priyanka the star, not Priyanka the mom. In 2015, she became the first South Asian lead in an American TV show, Quantico. It made her a symbol, not just an actor. The only brown face in most rooms. That kind of pressure doesn't show up on camera. It's silent, but it's heavy. In 2018, she married Nick Jonas. The world called it a fairy tale, but for her, it felt like a show. She said, "I wanted one private moment. We never got it." She wanted to be seen. Now she craves to be invisible. That's the price of fame, when being noticed becomes a cage. Together, Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas are worth about $80 million. But this money isn't just luxury, it's freedom. When she did Quantico, she earned about $3 million per season. That made her one of the first South Asian women to get equal pay on TV. It wasn't about the check, it was about respect. In 2016, she was India's highest paid actress, earning $14 million a year. Then she left it behind for Hollywood. Because fortune without freedom is just a pretty cage. She earns $5 to $6 million a year from brand deals like Bulgari and Pantene. But she turns down skin-lightening ads to protect her values. She also runs Purple Pebble Pictures to own stories, not just star in them. Her rule is simple: own your ground, don't just stand on it. Because for her, control is the real luxury. Priyanka Chopra owns 9 properties across India and America. Each one follows a simple rule: home first, money second. In Mumbai, she owns 5 apartments in the Raj Classic building. They're not for rent, they're for family. Her mother, her brother, her relatives all have space there. She's building a compound, a shared place of belonging. In Goa and Pune, she owns retreat homes near the sea. She visits them during Diwali and Durga Puja. They're not about profit, they're about roots. Her $20 million Los Angeles mansion is different. It's the first place she ever said, "This is home." Not borrowed, not rented, owned. For someone once displaced, ownership means peace. She doesn't wear her wealth, she builds it into ground. Because when you've been uprooted, land is proof you belong. January 2022. Malti Marie was born through surrogacy. She spent 100 days in the NICU fighting to live. For the first time, Priyanka Chopra couldn't fix things with power or fame. She just sat beside an incubator, praying. She whispered, "Take my career." Just let her breathe. That moment changed everything. Motherhood didn't complete her. It humbled her. The awards, the shows, the money, none of it mattered. Only one question did. Is she okay? Now she works less, but with purpose. She turns down million-dollar roles to stay close to Malti. And for the first time, she feels peace, not guilt. Malti's face is rarely shown online. Her privacy is the gift Priyanka never had. After 40 years of chasing the world's approval, she found home. In her daughter's hand. Every Diwali, Priyanka Chopra fills her LA mansion with marigolds and dia lamps. Nick and Malti wear Indian clothes and join the prayers. For a few hours, and Chino feels like Mumbai. And she finally relaxes. In her locked altar room, there's a small wooden shrine from her mother, photos of her father, incense from Varanasi, and quiet faith fill the space. She doesn't post this online. She keeps it private, the part of her soul that doesn't need likes. In her journal, she writes to her younger self, "You will belong, not because they accept you, but because you build your own world." These words are her therapy and her truth. On Sundays, she cooks parathas, teaches Hindi, and plays Bollywood songs for Malti. These small rituals keep her Indian heart alive in Hollywood. So what's left for her to find? In a 2023 interview, Priyanka Chopra said softly, "I still feel like an outsider sometimes. Not because people reject her, but because displacement leaves marks that never fade. You can heal, but the scar stays." She doesn't hide that feeling anymore. She's learned to live with it, not fix it. To see it as proof of growth, not a wound. She's lived many lives. Bollywood star, Hollywood producer, mother, wife. But there's one thing she's still searching for. Not money, not awards, not fame. Just the quiet feeling of rest, of not needing to perform. She's learning that peace isn't a goal, it's a daily practice. The woman who has everything now wants one thing: stillness. To let her mansion be a home, not a symbol. To just be Priyanka, without the crown. Inside Priyanka Chopra's real life, the truth is simple. Fame made her known, not fulfilled. Fortune gave her control, not peace. Her LA dream home isn't a trophy, it's safety. The altar room, the kitchen smells, and Malti's laughter are her real success. After years of chasing belonging, she's stopped running. Now home isn't a place she bought. It's a life she's finally living. Priyanka Chopra's real life isn't about money or fame. It's about peace, family, and choice. Behind the mansion and spotlight lives a woman learning to slow down. She's no longer proving anything. She's just living. If her story touched you, like, share, and subscribe. And tell us below, what does home mean to you? A place, a person, or a feeling you build yourself?